Hey guys, it's Miss Marnon. So I'm going to kind of go over with you how we can work on some of these problems together. I know we kind of had issues when we were breaking up the numbers into different parts using number bonds. So I'm going to kind of show you how we can do that using these lovely unit cubes that you guys have used in elementary school. So I'm going to start with the problem 5 plus -3. That's ugly 5. So if we were doing this with that zero-sum pairs model, you would draw 5 positives and then 3 negatives. So we did this the other day. A lot of you liked this model. And then what you do is you would match up those 0 pairs and 0 them out, right? Because a +1 and a -1 is going to be 0. And you're left with +2. But now, instead of doing that, I want to break this up. I want to write 5 as 3 plus 2 so that we can show that together zeroes out. This whole group zeroes out because +3 and -3 are additive inverses. They zero. So let me show you what I mean with these cubes. So I'm going to break these off. Here is my 5. Here is my -3. If I do 5 and 3 together like this, we can see we have the same kind of model. All I'm saying is we want to break this 5 up to show that those parts go together. So now instead of writing 5 plus -3, we are now going to write, my camera's moving, 3 plus 2 plus -3. So now all I'm showing is this 3 plus 2 plus -3. So all I did was I replaced this 5 with this 3 plus 2. So now I can actually use the commutative property, switch the order, because Miss Martin didn't think ahead and write it in a better order. Now I can write this as 2 plus 3 plus -3. Now we see we have that additive inverse right here. We can group these using the associative property, and they zero out. 3 plus -3 is 0. You're left with 2 plus 0, or just 2, and we can see I can take this 3 and this -3, put them together. If they match up, they zero out. We're left with +2. Let me get a clean piece of paper, and we'll do another one. My camera stops moving. I actually, fun fact, have my camera set up on a unit cube stand that I made for an impromptu document camera. So let's do another one. Let's do, trying to make sure we can see this on the screen. -4 plus, let's do 7. So I need -4. Let me get my negatives. Here's my -4. And then I need 7. My -4 and my +7. So I want to zero out that -4. 7 is the bigger number. I have more cubes for 7. So this is the number I need to break apart. It has the greater absolute value. So because I have more of the +7 blocks than I have of the -4, this is the number I need to break up. We need to think of what number can I use to split up so I can zero out this -4. Well, we know opposites and additive inverses. If you have the negative of the number, you also need the positive. So I need +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now all I'm doing is I'm splitting that 7 up into 4 and 3. So I can actually rewrite this whole thing as -4 plus 4 plus 3. So again, all I did was I replaced this 7 with 4 plus 3. They are equal. I can do that. I can substitute equal values in for each other without changing the whole expression. So now, with the -4 and the +4, I can use the associative property and group them together. When we do -4 plus 4 plus 3, that -4 plus 4, we put them together. -1 and +1, -1, +1, -1, +1, -1, +1. These zero out. We take them away. This zeroes out. We are left with 0 plus 3, or just that +3. So in class, if you're in class, Miss Marnon's going to give us these cubes in 2 different colors. You might not have blue and red. You might have green and purple. It's going to depend on how many cubes I have of each color. I hope this kind of helped with what we're doing. Let me show you one more example without the cubes, and you can kind of think about what it would look like with the cubes. Let me get a new piece of paper. So if you had the numbers 10 plus -8, you need to split up the 10, because I would have more positive cubes than negative cubes, right? So we need to split that 10 up into 2 numbers to add to -8. Our goal is to zero out that -8. We want something to go with this number. So when we split this 10 up, we can think back to number bonds. We know we need a number that's going to zero out with -8. We know additive inverses, we need its opposite, which is +8. And if we have a +8 in our number bond, the other number is 2. So we can rewrite 10 as 2 plus 8. So that leaves us with this new expression. Instead of 10 plus -8, we have 2 plus 8 plus -8. We can zero out 8 plus -8, we know is 0. Now you're left with 2 plus 0, you just get 2. So I hope thinking maybe about what it's like with these little cubes kind of helps it cement in your brain what we're trying to do. All we're doing is we're splitting up the number with the bigger absolute value into a value that will zero out with the other number in the sum, and what we're left with is actually our answer. So that's just kind of what we're doing. We're taking the cubes, we're breaking them apart. If you need more hands-on examples, please let me or your math teacher or Mr. Jordan or Mr. Nasser or anybody know. I hope this clears up some things.